Well, hello. Once again, I am celebrating the publishing of my book, Living Your Intuitive Genius. And today I'm talking about perception. Perception is about how you see things, right? Wayne Dyer used to say, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. And it's so true, right? That whenever you're experiencing circumstances that may be challenging, it's important to start examining your perception, examine the way you're looking at that situation. So for example, in the book, I talk about an event that happened to my mentor, Mary Morrissey. This was years ago, and she was at a grocery store and basically, doing her shopping. When she went through the checker made a mistake, and she had observed that the clerk was not having the best day. That clerk was not really enjoying her job at that time. And so when she brought to her attention that she had made an overcharge of the things that she had bought, the checker grabbed the receipt and with not such a good attitude started doing the transaction. So not in her best day, not in her best way of being, right? So as Mary observed this, she she had the thoughts of, my goodness, she is not having a good day, or should she really be dealing with the public? She's in a job that requires her to be pleasant, and yet she's not doing what she needs to do. So as Mary left, and she was being helped in the parking lot by a young man, she made the comment saying, my goodness, the clerk is not having such a good day. And his response was, oh yes, I'm so sorry for her. One of the things that happened is that yesterday her son, she's a single mom, and her son got into an accident and now he's in the hospital. Well, she needs to have her job. She has to be there. So her thoughts are actually in the hospital with her son. So Mary says that when she heard that, her whole perception about that woman changed. And so would you, right? If whenever you're receiving some type of attitude or reaction from someone, and then you find out that, oh my gosh, that person's going through a lot right now, then your perception changes as to, that was not about me, it was about how they are experiencing life right now. So it's always a good tool to have on your spiritual life, to understand that your perception is your own reality. And examining your perception will lead to you having a more fulfilling life, because you will stop being a victim. You will stop looking at circumstances as if things are happening to you. You will start taking into account that everybody else is living their life, and their reactions are based on what they're living. Similarly with illnesses. I did that while I was going through my breast cancer journey, of actually figuring out, what changing my perception about the illness. And tomorrow I hope to talk more about that, because that was a very, very, it really changed the way I navigated the cancer journey, just simply by knowing that cancer was not there to get me, or not there to kill me, or not there. I changed that perception, and it really evolved and changed the way I navigated that journey. So with that, I love you very much. I hope to see you tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.